Mahila, this video is for Cindy and Jesus, Liz. So sad is 99, okay? Sad is 99 strongs. And so um yeah, I went over on Charleston today and I got pulled over and they were like, whenever you move to Las Vegas, you have to get registered within 30 days. Um, and I was thinking of 7711 and I had viewed his video and I'm like, well, he did a great video and that might have been in my subconscious, but I handled it. I just, at some point, I got to go to the DMV and get that done. But he was like, it's a big fine. I mean, he's like, we'll let you go. But so they let me go, without a ticket. And but like I had heard that before from like Bronson or somebody with the cats at Aliante, and like I just didn't follow through on it. And my parents, of course, they have the license plate, but like he was talking about my license plate being Kentucky. And I told him, I'm like, look, I'm getting ready to go to Kentucky for the summer. I'm like, usually we take this car, or like I'm not here. I didn't say that, but I'm like, usually we take this car and we go across the country. And, but he's like, but you're here most of the time. And I'm like, yeah. So, and I pulled off in this little section that was like a banner type over a gated fence, just a little area. It was perfect to pull into. So like it all worked out. And he had a woman with him who is Hispanic. And he's like, roll down the window for her. So I did on the passenger. And then I gave her my information. And I mean, it was all good. But I had both of them, on the two sides of the car. And like, so I handled it. But like, my parents, like, I don't get how they don't know that. Like, we're just out here, like, I have Kentucky plates still. And like, we don't even know, like, what we're doing. Like, it's just, it's like I heard to do it within 30 days in my subconscious. And then, like, I blocked it out. And I'm like, no, I don't need to do that. But like, that's the only time I've ever been pulled over for that. And I've been out here since 2018. I mean, this is like really incredible that this happened, really. And it's really stupid, like on my part. But, I went to the DMV and got a Las Vegas driver's license. So now I have to get the plate. He's like, your plate's expired or something. I mean, it seems like there's always some issue with the expiration. But all my information it checked out. So I guess I'm okay. So that happened today. And I went to, two places for lunch. I had a double lunch and then I didn't really eat anything the rest of the day and slept. And then, I just had a snack and, um, so, so 99 is sad and that's Ezekiel 13. And, so I was looking at it and I'm like, well, like that all related to what happened because, it was heist. It was all the 37 today. And I know that the women were tracking this, like it was all like V extreme, like the letter V22 extreme. And it was heist and it was the breakdown of John within the 37. And it all worked, it all played out perfectly. Like I even had people trying to run me off the road and like smash into me and stuff. And they were all like Chewy and BHB character, like, it's like I got through it, but we mapped out today the 37 perfectly. So, and it's fine structure constant, and that happened today. So I know Minister Paul really tracks that, and he got word on that. And like in my life, I've been tracking it in the numbers that I put in my scrolls, and it all happened today. Like it was all or like I'm making this video tonight, so it's already June 10th, but it happened on June 9th, okay, which is my parents' anniversary. They got married in 84. So, and then they took their honeymoon late, and allegedly I was created on the honeymoon, but my dad said there was a white cat in Martinique, and that's where, Anton LaVey and Diana, like they gave me up as a foster there. It was in Martinique, and like, I immediately got submerged in Thyatira. And I know you have all this in your Bible about Enki and Enlil. You know, don't worry about all that. I mean, if you want to like have a dynamic DNA, so you can live longer, like be Thessalonians, a transformer. That's not really the way to go about it. Is like, the adder way in the garden. If you want to talk to me about serpent and adder differences, I can talk to you about that, because the toad serpent is different, and that's in Revelation 12. I mean, it's all like, I mean, the way that I have it is like, the way that is the truth is that the adder is like playing sharks and minnows, and he's holding his breath for everything that happens with Eve in the garden. And it's like he was having to do all these things roundabout, like he was having to take the long way and like find out what happened, and like be like a detective to like maneuver his way through everything that happened in the garden. It's like he's holding his breath at each wall of the pool. And it's more like he was like, did God say that? Like, really? Did God say that? Like, he was worried. That's what he said to Eve. And Eve was like, why are you talking like that? I thought you were the man, and I thought you were suave. And then he's asking her a question like, oh no, did God say that? Like he dreaded God. Like he feared God. Okay, so like he didn't want to disappoint God in giving her the apple. He's like, oh no, did I break a rule? Like I didn't know that. So, but the adder did know that. Okay. The adder is not a water snake. Okay. So like they were all in human form. They weren't animals on fours or on their stomach. They were all human form. So, of course, Eve had sex with the serpent because he was the hottest one. Like, think of a snake in human form. Like, it's not that difficult to figure out. And like, if you don't like meat, I mean, I don't really think that's the way to go, because the animals to be sacrificed is more like Awa Pandora. That's the way you have to look at that. It's native style. So if you want to talk to me about McDonald's, serving like where they're not using all of the animal to, be a native with it. When I first got out here, I went to In-N-Out and I used it for everything. And I knew that the workers were doing it like that, the management at the top, the CEO. But it's not like that anymore because it's scared chickens in a factory or cows it's all GMO. So like it's different now, but like it's not all bad though. Like we're under the adder system right now. So like you can't make these big decisions and say, well, I'm not going to eat meat. Like you have to discern what time we're in. Okay. So the 37 happened perfectly. Like, fine structure constant happened. It was perfect. And, I'm saying it was related to my first fruits because they cap it off at 99, and they're like, oh, he like his heart was to go to 99, and that's where you would have like an ST from is like 3. So, but like no, like it's all like we're still going with it, like it, but don't look it up in the Strongs because it won't be there for you. I'm just saying, but it will when I cut off. I'm just saying, like it was really cool how that read, because it's not really a judgment. It's more like how I did. Like it's like how I did my first fruits. Like I didn't have God first. I had Jesus first. So like when you're looking at it too, and Cindy and all the women, like Isaiah 28, Isaiah 30, and Ezekiel 13, those are two. Those are Jesus. Like, so it's kind of cool to think of it that way. And it's a different way of looking at it. Like, oh, his heart was to go to sad. But now we're past it. I'm just saying that was a marker. Okay.